In this video, we will explore the most delicate communication line between your soul and your body, the secret world of your nervous system. Together, we will dissect how small daily stresses transform into a massive residue of exhaustion within your spirit. Our goal is not just mental relaxation, but to map out the discharge of that invisible load trapped in your physical form. We will journey from the vagus nerve to Jungian shadows, and from Rumi's guest house teachings to biological reset techniques. By the end of this video, you will have learned how to repair your own off switch and find profound stillness even in the eye of a storm. If you feel constantly on high alert or stuck, this analysis may serve as your awakening call. Now, let us descend into the anatomy of the load that accumulates in silence. Think of life as a smartphone with dozens of apps running in the background. Even if you put the phone down, those open apps silently drain the battery. This is what we call allostatic load. Your system's inability to close those background applications even after the stress has passed. It is the wear and tear cost your body pays just to stay alive under pressure. Imagine being cut off by a driver in the morning. The incident is over, you've left the car, and you're at your desk. Your mind is busy with work, but your shoulders are still pulled toward your ears and there is a knot in your stomach. Why? Because your biological system has not yet received the confirmation signal that the danger is gone. You forgot to turn off the light, and now that light is draining your soul's battery. This isn't just tiredness, it is a chronic standby mode. While your body is on high alert for an attack, you cannot truly rest, even if you are watching your favorite movie. The engine isn't idling, it's still redlining. As this load accumulates, it begins to physically reshape your brain, eroding your focus, exhausting your patience, and turning even the smallest spark into a massive explosion. I want you to pause this video for a moment and perform a small test. As you listen to these words, are you clenching your jaw? Is your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth? Are your shoulders raised or relaxed? When you take a deep breath, does your chest expand or your belly? If you caught an involuntary tension anywhere in your body, congratulations! You just identified one of those background apps running in your nervous system. This awareness is the exact moment healing begins. Your body is trying to tell you something, and we are now going to translate its language. If this internal journey resonates with you, consider subscribing to join our community. Now let's continue to translate this language together. Deep within your anatomy lies a massive communication cable, stretching from the brainstem to the heart, lungs, and gut, the vagus nerve. In the language of our channel, let's call this the line of tranquility. This line is your body's brake pedal. If you drive a car constantly in fifth gear at high RPMs, the engine will eventually burn out. The vagus is the mechanism that drops the RPMs, refreshes the oil, and cools the system. How do we use this brake? Let's use a simple but vital metaphor. Imagine you are inflating a balloon. You are on the gas pedal as you inhale, but when you purse your lips and exhale slowly, as if blowing out a candle, the vagus nerve sends a message to your heart within seconds. We are safe, you can slow down. This is not just a biological reflex, it is the sovereignty of the soul over the body. When you splash ice-cold water on your face in the morning, you are performing an emergency reset on that brake pedal. Humming, singing along to a song, or simply a deep sigh. These are not just small exercises, they are the art of masterfully managing the control panel of your biological machine. A person with high vagal tone does not lose their center even in a storm. Instead of reacting to events, they choose to observe them. Our nervous system is not a victim of our habits. It is like a garden that can be reshaped at any moment. The concept of neuro-wellness tells us this. If you stay stuck in the same stressful thoughts every day, you build massive highways in your brain that feed that stress. However, as you repeat stillness and awareness, those old highways close due to lack of maintenance, and new, peaceful paths open in their place. This is neuroplasticity. This process does not happen overnight. Just as you wouldn't go to a gym and expect muscles on day one, you must nourish your nervous system with daily acts of wellness. Proper nutrients like omega-3s, quality sleep, and most importantly, the search for meaning act as a shield for your brain against the destructive effects of stress. Ask yourself, which roads do I use in my mind every day? The highway of anger or the path of tranquility? Let us remember Carl Jung's famous words. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Let's update this in the language of anatomy of self. Every unexpressed emotion is stored as a knot in the body. For example, if you were forbidden from showing anger as a child, you might feel a chronic tightening or a lump in your throat today when faced with injustice. Or the stomach cramps of someone burning with a desire for control are no coincidence. These are the physical signatures of emotions pushed into the shadow. Our body is a megaphone screaming the lies our minds cannot tell. That persistent pain in your shoulders might be the calcified weight of responsibilities you've carried for others for years. Healing begins by looking at that painful area not as a problem, but as a messenger. When you ask it, "What are you trying to tell me?" instead of getting angry at it, the knot in the nervous system begins to loosen. When the dark room of the unconscious is lit, the tension in the body is naturally discharged. Sufism solves this complex biological system from its most graceful and effective point: acceptance. Consider Rumi's unique guest house metaphor. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Suppose intense anxiety comes to your door. If you lock the door against it, it will only knock harder. Every door that is pounded on creates a new wave of stress in your nervous system. And this load increases cumulatively. But when you open the door and say, "I see you, come in and rest for a while," anxiety loses its noisy destructiveness. Because once an emotion is truly seen and accepted, it no longer needs to scream at you. The practices of breath and dhikr in Sufism are frequency tuners that regulate the nervous system at its deepest level, silencing the noise of the ego, nafs. This rhythm prepares the heart for that famous station of nafsi mutma'ineh, the tranquil, satisfied self. Breath is the invisible bridge between the creator and the created. When you calm it, your soul tells your body, "You are here and you are safe." While the modern world constantly pushes us for more, our nervous system sacrifices itself to keep up with this pace. However, true authority is not keeping up with the speed outside. It is being able to read the signals inside. If you have a knot in your stomach, a fog in your mind, or a weight in your heart today, this is not a sign of weakness. It is a maintenance alert sent by your system. While trying to optimize yourself, you may actually be alienating yourself from your own nature. You are not a machine. You are a self that needs to rest, to stop, and to simply be. In conclusion, discharging this load from the body is not just a relaxation technique. It is realizing the allostatic load you've accumulated, learning to use the vagus brake like a master, shaking hands with Jung's shadows, and dropping anchor in the harbor of peace offered by Rumi. When you regulate your nervous system, you don't just become calmer, you become a true manager who takes the reins of your own life. Remember, you are not a leaf tossed about in this storm. You are the unshakable fortress that observes the storm, understands it, and will return safely to its harbor when it ends. Now look in the mirror and whisper only to yourself, "Today, I am ready to empty my glass, listen to the noise within, and step on the brake." Anatomy of self. because you cannot manage what you do not understand. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.